Hi everyone, my name is Lee Min Hui, matrix number 271751. Today, our group are going to present the report for fraud and independent audit of Luckin Coffee. What is Luckin Coffee? Luckin Coffee is a China-based company involved in coffee shop operations. It was founded in Beijing in the year 2017. It serves for picking out and also provides online delivery service. Most of our stores are small order and collection points in universities or campuses. It imports Arabica coffee from several suppliers and also requires team of world barista champions to design the coffee recipes. Luckin Coffee also collaborates with distributors for other items such as juices and light milk. Now, I'm going to share the story behind Luckin Coffee. Luckin Coffee was formed in October 2017. It had operated its first shop in Beijing and Shanghai in January 2018. In July, Luckin Coffee declared the Series A financing was completed to a total of $200 million. In October 2018, 1,300 stores opened by Luckin Coffee and becoming the China's second largest coffee brand. A strategic partnership agreement with Tencent has been signed by Luckin Coffee too. In January 2019, Luckin Coffee announced a plan to open 2,500 new stores. Luckin Coffee also gained exposure to US stock market. 3,680 stores opened by Luckin Coffee at the end of September 2019. However, in the third quarter of the year 2019, $75 million of net loss has been recorded by Luckin Coffee.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Nafisa binti Muhammad Najib, 268010, and today I'm going to present the chronology of the fraud event of Luckin Coffee. So, it all started in 31st January when the anonymous 89 pages report has been leaked in Twitter by Muddy Water Research claims that the financial and the operational figure of Luckin Coffee has falsificated. On 2nd April 2020, Luckin Coffee has made public that through their inner or internal investigation, they found out that their chief operating officer, Jian Liu, had counterfeit 2019 sales of the company over $310 million. And then on 8th April 2020, the United States stock market had discontinued trading all of their share of Luckin upon its probe. The company stock declined by more than 18% in the month of April. 12 May 2020, the CEO and the COO of the Luckin Coffee were officially released from the company position. On 15 May 2020, Nasdaq notified Luckin of its plan to withdraw its exchange share, citing concern of public interest about alleged fabricated transaction of the coffee chain. Next, moving on to 20th May 2020, the company's stock was allowed to be trading again, and then on 28th May 2020, the company's stock has fall again over 20% after a report published by the Wall Street Journal revealed that the firm associated to the company chairperson and shareholder played an important role in the Luckin Coffee accounting scandal. So in 29 June 2020, the company has not been allowed from trading on Nasdaq again and has been seized by Nasdaq. And lastly, on September 2020, the market regulator of China has fined a total of 8.98 million USD for falsification in financial and operating figure by a group of companies including Luckin Coffee.
Hi, my name is Lami Yue and my train number is 270642. So now I'm going to discuss about the impact of the fraud case happened in Luckin Coffee to relevant parties. On 2nd April 2020, Luckin Coffee have been exposed to a fraud scandal that the Chief Operating Officer (COO) of Luckin Coffee, Jian Liu, and other subordinates have fabricated a fixed sales transaction in year 2019, and the amounts reported are 310 million US dollar. So there are some impact on different parties. First, the party affected was the investor. Based on the stock price history, the stock price declined by 80% from US dollar 26.2 to 6.4 US dollar. Almost 5 times of circuit breaker have been triggered. Not only that, the company's market value has shrunk by 5 billion US dollar. This has caused one of the world's largest commodity traders, Louis Dreyfus, and other famous investors have incurred a loss of more than 10 million US dollar. Next is impact on company. Luckin Coffee had received the delisting notice from Nasdaq for 2 times, and they were required to submit the relevant financial reports, but they have failed to do so. Finally, on 29 June 2020, they have been officially delisted from Nasdaq. Last but absolutely not the least, Luckin Coffee have terminated their former CEO Jenny Zhiyaqian and their former COO Jian Liu due to they are involved in this fraud event. Luckin Coffee also appointed Jinyi Guo, a senior vice president, as the acting chief executive officer (CEO) in order to replace the position and maintain the business in the market. And also, the other subordinates who involved in this fraud case will be terminated, and the third parties who funnel funds for supporting the falsified transaction to Luckin Coffee were subjected to legal action. So that's all for my part. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Tan Yin Won. My train number is 272295. I would like to talk about the symptom of the case in Luckin Coffee. They have 49% of stock holdings by Luckin Coffee's management have been cashed out through the blacking of stock. A stock black has the same concept with collateral, as the debtor will black the stock as a security against the debt and agree to return the amount on maturity date. Why it will do so? In Luckin Coffee, the management has decided to black their stock holding to get funding without selling stake directly. Therefore, some negative impacts will come out, which is values of black shares falls. Second, investors are exposed to a risk of margin call when the share become worthless in the future. Therefore, when they are unable to post more money, the management of Luckin Coffee may sell the share to recoup the odd amount. Next, by referring to the company's prospectus, Luckin Coffee has appointed Shen Shao as the independent board member. This caught 9 over 18 companies that served by Shen Shao had lost more than 50% public investor since the company were being listed. The most severe situation is incurred a loss of share value by 66% versus the pig market. Furthermore, one of the companies involved fraudulent. Shen Xiao earned a position of independent director in Agria Corporation GRO. Each overstate their stock value and assigned 60 million to an effective worthless land use right. That's all. I will pass to Pei Ming. Thank you.
Thank you, Yuan. I'm Pei Ming, and I would like to highlight to you another red flag which is very significant in this fraud case. Luckin Coffee aimed to develop and implement their unmanned retail strategy by raising $865 million through a full-on offering and a convertible bond offering. They plan to install vending machines and locate them in different office buildings, stating there will be high demand for coffee. The management also indicated that each of the coffee express machine cost them about 120,000 Chinese yuan, and they target to sell the coffee at 16 Chinese yuan per cup. The management also estimated that they would be able to sell about 80 to 100 cups per day, and eventually within 1 year time, they would able to recover their initial investment on the machine. But in fact, their estimation was inappropriate because the selling price of the coffee was 47% more expensive than the selling price in their existing shop. The actual cost of the machine were also much higher compared to other operators, which supposed to be below 30,000 Chinese yuan. Therefore, the investor should be more aware of this type of strategy developed by the company, as the management used this as a means for them to withdraw a huge amount of cash from the company. Moving on to the conviction for this fraud case, as the fraud case was revealed at the beginning of this year, there are still investigation and lawsuits ongoing, as at the end of December year 2020, there is no information on legal action taken towards the person who involved in this fraud case, but both the CEO and COO had been terminated by the board of directors. So far, there are at least 4 class action lawsuits have been filed against Luckin Coffee and its executive in US. The market regulator of China has also fined Luckin Coffee and a group of firms who work collaboratively with Luckin Coffee in performing the fraud totaled 61 million Chinese yuan. These are some of the firms that help Luckin Coffee in fabricating the sales and key marketing indicators. Luckin Coffee has also widely publicized the use of the false marketing data to the public on various platforms such as their WeChat official account, Weibo official account, and their official website. They had violated the provision of the anti-unfair competition law and were fined 2 million yuan respectively. That's all from me, and Janaraj should explain to you about the involvement of auditors in this case afterwards. Thank you.
Hello doctor, my name is Janaraj Sathivel. My metric number is 272914. I am here to explain about the involvement of auditor in the case. The first involvement is Luckin Coffee's auditor provide independent review towards the creditability of the financial statements. With respect to EY's audit of IPO financial accounts, EY was found to be cautious and impartial, strictly consistent with the both professional principle and requirement. EY stated that audit report on Luckin's 2019 financial statement had not released, so it cannot be held liable for the reporting on financial records of Luckin Coffee. Involvement of the auditor of EY in Luckin Coffee, they provide the corporation with a relevant declaration that the financial statement of the company is not true and fair. This means the Luckin Coffee financial statement as material misstatement due to the material mistake of sales, including balance in the financial statements. The second involvement of auditor in the case is auditors figure the fraudulent from the scandals of Luckin Coffee. As per the result of inquiry to now, the scandal did not lead to fraudulent broadcasting, so entities including the EY were safe. EY reported in post in its WeChat account that such Luckin audit report had been reviewed by the Chinese authority in May 2020. as part of an inquiry into Luckin's disclosure of manufacturing revenue on 2nd April. EY emphasizes that Luckin's illegal activity has started in year 2019 and that he had discovered an inconsistency in 2019 financial statement of Luckin Coffee late in January. EY immediately joined the anti-fraud unit, which later discovered that certain administrators manipulated the profit of second and fourth quarter of the year 2019 profit with fake purchases. The finding finally caused Zemin-based Luckin Coffee made a public statement regarding the fraud. On 2nd April, Luckin Coffee told the US Security and Exchange Commission that it had altered nearly $3 million total of transactions from second to fourth quarters of year 2019.
Hello everyone, my name is Song Xiaochen, metric number 265592. I will present the ethical issues. Ethical issues arise when the society's moral principles have a conflict with an activity, scenario, or even a given decision. Sometimes these conflicts are legally dangerous, as there are ways that illegally solve the issue and breach the law. In the case of Luckin Coffee, the company evolved into fraud by fabricating financial and operating results. Fraud is an intentional criminal deception with motives to benefit in financial or personal gain. Luckin Coffee inflated the sales revenue and its profit from April 2019 to December 2019, creating a false impression to the public that the company is growing and having a strong financial performance. Investors who previously invested on the company and make a significant judgment based on the financial results will suffer from a great loss when Luckin Coffee announced that the company's sales were fabricated, which caused the stock price fell by over 80%. It is very unethical for Luckin Coffee to manipulate financial information to gain an advantage in the stock market. The key management personnel did not adhere to the code of ethics or conduct. Meanwhile, Luckin Coffee also publicized the use of false marketing data in several platforms, such as the social media and its official website, to promote their products and widen their market segment in order to compete with its greatest competitor, Starbucks, in mainland China. Luckin Coffee has used an inappropriate and unethical means in obtaining and attracting customers. This has created unfair competition and also misled consumers. It is immoral and illegal for Luckin Coffee to gain an advantage by using false marketing data in advertising and promoting activities.
In short, all the companies should take the fraud case of Luckin Coffee as a lesson. Every company should be more aware about fraud, as it can cause a huge loss to a company and also the reputation of a company. So, every company should take some actions to prevent fraud before it happens. That's all from us. Thanks for listening.